This is Law of Attraction Explored. I'm Tim Grimes. If you'd like a free guide that explains the hidden link between relaxation and the law of attraction, or if you want more information about my books or my coaching, you can visit radicalcounselor.com. Enjoy the episode. So, manifesting is something that we really do in the moment. And this is something that we all forget. Because right now, really all there is right now. No other time. There is no other time except for right now. And how do we treat right now? Are we scared right now? Are we anxious and worried right now? Do we feel good and fulfilled right now? Do we feel angry, calm, confused? What's happening right now? You see, the more aware we become of that, of what's going on right now, how we feel right now, the more successful we will be at manifesting more of what we want. Always comes back to right now, over and over again. And this is what's so fascinating. And one reason it's so fascinating is because we constantly forget that this is the case. Instead, we worry about if we're visualizing correctly or affirming or making statements correctly. Or we worry about what we're doing tomorrow and how that has to do with our end goal. And again, there's definitely a place for all these things that we do to help us manifest. But the key to manifesting more of what we want, in my opinion, most of the time, is just what's going on right now. And the more content and at peace we are with what's going on this very moment, right now, the more okay we are with it, the more accepting and even grateful we feel towards this moment, the more easily stuff will come into our lives. Now, again, this is very simple to say, and it's harder to do. That's the practice. That's the work. That's the inner work. It's very easy to write out a goal or a set of goals or a set of desires of things you'd like to manifest every day. And I suggest for a lot of people to do this. It can be extremely helpful. It also only takes about 10 seconds or a minute, maybe a few minutes. And if you throw some visualization in with them quickly, perhaps it takes longer. Likewise, it can be extremely helpful to visualize something that you want deeply and spend at least a few minutes a day doing that. But the thing is, manifesting techniques like those, which are extremely effective and have been effective for thousands and thousands and thousands of people over the years, they only take up a couple minutes of your day. And what's going on the rest of the time? That's where the real work is done. It's not those 3 minutes you're visualizing or the 2 minutes that you're writing down your goals and trying to connect with them. No, it's the rest of the time that all this stuff is happening. And it's not realistic and not practical to pretend otherwise. If you know about these LOA principles, as we all do, they're not that hard to understand. It's not that hard to understand how to do affirmations, whether you're writing them down or saying them or whatever. It's not that hard to do basic visualization. It's not that hard to even do visualization the way that someone like Neville describes it. But what's difficult is aligning with the technique you're using. And by aligning, that's just a fancy word for feeling good most of the time when you're not doing the technique. There's a book by Richard Dotz called the 95-5 Code. And what he's talking about in that book basically is what we're talking about right now, which is it's not the 5% or 2% or 1% of the time that you're doing a specific technique that matters nearly as much as the other 95% of the time when you're not doing any specific technique, when you're just living your life. How do you feel living your life moment to moment? Neville talks about investing in the now, investing in the moment. You don't waste the moment by thinking about how bad we feel and how we want something that we don't have, and it makes us feel irritated or sad, that's wasting the moment. Investing in the moment is feeling good right now. If we feel good right now, we can expect that what we need and what we desire is going to come to us in some form or another, in all likelihood. And if it doesn't come in the exact way that we expect or want, if we still feel good, everything's going to probably work out all right anyway. Again, this is not complicated stuff to say. It's just doing it. Doing now. Another technique that Neville talks about that's fascinating is saying thank you or thanking this moment. You don't necessarily have to know what you're thinking to thank this moment. Because if you feel so good right now, then you can simply thank this very moment and feel fulfilled and grateful and thankful for having this. Thank you. Thank you for this right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you can be grateful for this moment, then other things that you want to be grateful for will be coming into your life. That's, law of attraction in action. A grateful person gets more things to be grateful for. A worried person gets more things to be worried about. I'm very much a proponent of exploring different LOA techniques and exploring different ways of approaching this material so it seems fresh, so you can align with the moment. Finding out different ways of doing that. The problem is most people become obsessed about finding out about different techniques, and they forget that the techniques are all pointing basically to the same thing, which is being okay with right now, accepting and expecting something good right now, and feeling the goodness, the perfection that is right now. Drop your thinking. Drop your thought. Don't think right now. What is it that you want? You don't want anything outside of this moment if you aren't thinking about something that you want. Touch that. Let's touch that more often, and more things in our life will take care of themselves in a smoother, more harmonious way. As I say in the Law of Attraction Simplified, this is just common sense. But it's uncommon common sense because not many people actually do it. So let's just do it. No big deal, let's just do it.